welcome back.
To Read the Room,
A Culture Club.
A podcast by
Alexis.
Kaylin.
and Larson.
Today, our episode is another one of our weekly reads where we tell you what we read, endured, ate, and did recently. What have you guys been reading?
Not much in the literal term, but I've read a lot around the app, organizational tool, software, I don't know what the correct term is, for Obsidian, which I've gathered is similar to Notion. I've never used Notion. I tried to get my Obsidian all figured out a while ago, but I've been doing a lot more YouTubing and kind of learning exactly what I want to use it for and how to manipulate it, because there's so many different ways that you can do it. But specifically for this podcast, it connects like ideas. So as you're writing things, you can tag things, and then it has like a word map that associates everything together, and you can kind of move those things around as you want to. But I think it'll be a really interesting tool to use for this podcast, but also just for other things.
That's cool. I've never heard of Obsidian.
Me either.
I can't remember what YouTuber I was watching. She had mentioned it as like part of her digital gardening, like and like learning tool kind of things, and then referred to a different YouTuber, and that's kind of who I've been looking at for most of the setup. But it's interesting, and the basic version is all. I'm not a computer person. It's like local to like it's not connected to anything, so it's completely private. They don't even know how many users are using Obsidian because they don't track that. Like they track nothing about Obsidian.
That sounds really cool. I can't get past the part that Obsidian to me just sounds like
Horrible.
It sounds like some right-wing
Oh,
defense
yeah.
contract.
And I think it might be, but this is a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a
Because why does it sound evil?
Yeah, like ominous name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you reading, Alexis?
Well, I too don't really have any like books for this particular episode, but this is kind of going to be my New York recap episode because I did go on a trip to New York. And so I know this is not technically literary, but I feel it the theater is still tangential to reading. And
Not if you ask Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet.
that's so true. Yeah, I went and saw musicals because Timothy Chalamet won't. Someone's got to keep him alive. So my read this week is actually a C. And I went and saw musicals. One of them was I saw The Great Gatsby on Broadway, and I have been rereading The Great Gatsby with my students. That was really cool. They made changes from the book that I didn't like, but the tech of the like set design was really really cool and advanced. Like they had so many moving parts. I can't even imagine what the backstage looks like.
I feel like that's what you forget when you see like such production that's so seamless. You're like, somebody has to be doing this. Yeah.
Someone has to be pulling all the strings, you know? They had two different cars that came out on stage.
Wow.
Because, there's like people.
There's cars.
There's cars that do important things to people in the book and also then in the play. But I was just thinking, like, how much freaking space do they gotta have to have two cars just waiting in the wind?
Yeah, just be moving stuff around so rapidly. Yeah, that's amazing.
And I saw one other musical. I saw a second Broadway play. I saw Chicago for the first time, which is like a Broadway classic. I think it is the longest running Broadway show at this point. Bob Fosse did the like original choreography, and I saw it, I admit, because Whitney Levitt was playing Roxy Hart at the time that I went, and also Mark Ballas was playing Billy Flynn. I knew nothing about Chicago, but I will say now, after having seen it, it is the most Broadway. It is the most musical. It is so musical, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I have a distinct memory of my like 8, maybe younger, maybe like 5, my parents watching it in the theater. So I guess it had to have been whenever it came out, the movie that is, and being like, well, I'm old, I'm gonna watch that movie, because we had like the soundtrack, and the soundtrack was so good.
He had it coming.
He did.
So those are my reads.
Mr. Cellophane. What are you listening?
Well, I read Lolita for an episode we
did. The whole
did.
thing?
Yeah.
You're such a voracious reader.
Okay. Yeah, for an episode we're doing, Alexis, you also read it. It's so beautifully written, and at the same time, like, I was the whole time just so uncomfortable and disgusted.
Yeah. It's perverse, but it's also like the writing is so lovely.
So phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, to write a character who's so messed up, but the way he frames it too, because the character is like, describing it back to you. If you watch the Mindhunter series, it's kind of like the interviews with serial killers.
Okay.
So just the way he sets it up,
Yeah.
to think of doing it that way, and just these little things like this character does, it's really intricate, but also the whole time you're just horrified.
Just cringing.
You're like, wow, Nabokov is a genius
Yeah.
who used his genius to be inside the mind of a predator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I'm also still reading Sword of Destiny, the Witcher book, because I keep putting it off to read other things. And I also just started Heart the Lover by Lily King, which is like kind of a sequel to Riders and Lovers, which that's an amazing book.
I don't think I know anything about that series.
Riders and Lovers?
I don't
Did
think
you not
so.
read that one?
No.
Oh my god, you have to read that.
No, I have no idea.
I thought we read it. Maybe I just talked to Jenna about it. Okay.
Oh, like in book club or something?
No, but
Yeah, I don't think
oh
I've
my
ever
god.
even
Okay,
seen.
well then
Maybe I've seen this
drop
cover.
everything. I'm a strict giver outer of 5 stars. That's one of my 5-star reads.
Nice. Okay.
Wow, if it's got 5 stars from Larson, like, you heard it here first, folks. Like, you gotta go get Writers and Lovers
The
by
biggest
Lily
hater
King.
in the world loves it. You gotta.
And I mean, I do think that it's a time in your life read, like when you're in your 20s and 30s as a woman. I think it hits a lot. But yeah, read that, please.
Okay.
Damn.
What did I endure? I endured like a 4.5 hour time spent in a Catholic church
Oh, God.
for a mass, which apparently Easter is a common time. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah?
I endured a mass that was a baptism. Sorry.
Wait, there was a baptism during the mass?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why I was at this mass.
For
There was
Easter?
many a baptism. Apparently, this is a really common time
Oh.
for people to be baptized.
Interesting.
And it wasn't like Easter morning because Easter's on a Sunday.
Is it supposed to be like good luck or something?
I think it has to do with the whole thing about like Jesus coming back and like that
Jesus
whole part.
gets new life, you get new
I
life,
think
you
that's
get
what
a
it
new
is.
life, and you get
Yeah,
a new
so
life.
like
Yeah.
is it like a little extra lucky to have it on that day?
These are questions I don't have the answers to.
You were there for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, it was ungodly amount of time to be there. No, it's very interesting. And my sister was also baptized on Easter, which makes me think maybe it's like when adults get baptized more. They also did first communion. I could be wrong on that language. So people that were baptized as children but haven't like stayed in the church. I think it's for first communion. It could be called something else, but they did take communion. But interestingly, I've had
Was there confirmation?
confirmation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I've had, I think, things targeted to me because I went to the Catholic Church about Catholicism on
Your phone likes to target you.
Dude, you have no idea.
You gotta turn your
You
location
have
services off.
no idea. It either just knows me so well, or there's actually something I'm gonna talk about later that I'm like, is this the reason it's in my purview? Is because somebody else is talking about this thing, not even me. Anyway, Catholicism has been rising among youths in America, and there seems to be like a multifaceted like reason for that. Most of these people were raised agnostic and they feel like they have a void where they like need this part of community. But also the beauty and I guess also part of the ritual and the historical ritual part of it, but like the aesthetics of the Catholic Church is also something that's attracting a younger crowd that has been in kind of a more sterile environment, grays and whites, and not a
They
lot
want
of
maximalism.
Yes, yes. But also like stability in a chaotic world. Like somebody is telling you why these things are happening. So I find all these things really interesting. And also that it's like kind of a countercultural movement for young men, like moving away from hedonistic lifestyles and like secular lifestyles into the Catholic Church, which I don't really agree with, but it is really interesting. And I was reading, I think it was on the New York Times, that in 2026, the Archdiocese of Detroit will received, I guess, because it's past Easter, 1,428 new Catholics into the church, and it's the highest number in 21 years. So I just find that fascinating. And when you think about the Catholic Church without like applying the words of Christianity, it is such a like ritualistic
Mm-hmm.
things that people attribute to like paganism and these offshoot religions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, no, you're talking about Catholicism. So I don't know. I think that whole thing is fascinating. I think the Catholic Church is fascinating.
From an anthropological
Yes, yes,
perspective.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like going to mass. Some
No.
Catholic churches are nice to be in. The one I was in, I've seen it enough.
Ave Maria.
Yeah. What did you guys endure?
I endured watching the new Anaconda movie. Um,
That was
that's
an endure.
yeah, that was endure. That
Darn.
was
I wanted to see that.
I had hope. I had so much hope for that.
it's a kind of a. I mean, you could still watch it. It is a firm endure for me.
Oh man.
I wish I had been high. If you don't
Was
know,
that a theater watch or like a plane watch?
no, it's was a just a Netflix
Okay.
watch at home. It's a 2026 recent release. You could find it on Netflix, starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd. That's
That's
promising.
I thought it was
I
gonna
know
be so
it's a
good.
promising cast, and the whole framing of it, without giving away any spoilers, is that like there are characters in the movie who want to remake Anaconda. Not that the
Mhm.
movie is a strict remake of
Mhm,
Anaconda. So
yeah.
Kind of like meta.
it's a satirical meta kind of framing, but it just wasn't camp in the good way. It
Mm.
was more cringe than it was camp. Honestly, there was like a particular side character who was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Mm.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad. Did you watch the most recent Jumanji remakes?
I did not.
Okay. See, I think I only watched one of them, but I enjoyed that. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was fun, and
Mhm.
that's kind of how I thought this movie would be.
Yeah, I had high hopes that it would be a little romp, but it was not. It was it was silly in the way where I was like,
This is stupid.
I'm too old and I'm too sober for this.
Yeah, that's
But that
unfortunate.
doesn't mean you can't go watch it. I mean, like, also I could be wrong because I did watch it because it was the number one on Netflix at the time, like
Mhm.
number one in Netflix's top 10 movies. So give it a go.
But that data is just number one watched stream,
Yeah.
not number one rated.
Right,
So
Yeah.
So,
And they could just be putting it on for their dogs, like I do with things when I leave the house sometimes.
honestly, the new Anaconda is a great dog movie.
I'll let the dogs know. I'll add it to their to watch list. Oh, what about you, Miss Larson?
okay, what have I endured? Well, I'm still on the hunt for the right foundation shade, and I feel like giving up because the brand that I was previously looking for, I've tried every reasonable shade that I think could fit, and none of them have been right. So, yeah, that's what I've been enduring.
Well, I ate up two things this week. One of them is Cyberdecks, and I'm pretty sure that this is the thing that my phone is listening to me about because I learned what a Raspberry Pi was through my sister's boyfriend over Easter. I had no idea what a Raspberry Pi is. It's not something you eat. It's a small like computer
What is
device.
Raspberry Pi?
I'm kind of confused by like how you even started this sentence.
like what?
I'm lost.
Walk
Okay.
Cyberdecks? Is that what you said?
Cyberdeck. Do you need me to fully start over or
No, just continue. I'll figure it out, baby.
I was gonna go back to what they were.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Cyberdecks are like a mini computer that is like fully customizable. So a lot of the things that I've been seeing are people that just want to add like some whimsy to their technology. And like one person has a Bob's Burgers Cyberdeck in their bathroom, and every time they go into their bathroom and they press a button, Bob's Burgers random episodes play from the Cyberdeck. And another person or multiple people are using it for like vintage gaming. So like using this small device that you've like fully customized like between the keyboard and how it sits and the screen and all these like components that you have to like connect together like you're building a computer, which is where the Raspberry Pi comes in. I'm pretty sure that's a computer. You plug that into the screen and like to a keyboard and however you want to like set up your own little cyber deck for all these different things. And like some people just use it to like practice coding, which that doesn't tickle my brain at all because I have no idea how to do that. But like also uploading it with survival information and making it powered by solar panels, so you can have this like little Go kit with just like a mini computer on it that theoretically you could use forever until those parts were out without any other infrastructure.
I'm still a little confused what the heck a cyberdeck is.
So it's little computer for
Let me get a visual representation for the in studio crowd.
This kind of stuff not on my For You page.
See, these aren't like good
Those
representations.
look like military computers.
And some of them do. Some of them do. So like screen,
So, but like,
computer.
where do you get these pieces?
So my understanding is just like computer websites, like,
And then they've like literally put like build every part of that.
yeah. So this is just like a purse that she is like gluing these things into, connecting the components. Like you can do it in anything. So she made it like in a
Okay,
purse.
okay.
Other people have made it like in just toolboxes, but you just buy the individual things, and like that looks like a keyboard from an old phone, honestly.
Gotcha.
So like this is a different one that she's doing. It just has a screen, a keyboard, a processor.
So is the Raspberry Pi how the computer works?
I think it is a computer.
The Raspberry Pi is a computer.
So this is like, oh, I want to like step away from technology and the internet and not be like always with it, but like let me create my own specific thing to always have my technology and internet with me.
I think a little bit. I think it's just kind of a creativity thing because people are using it for like so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand like the personalization of like technology because it all looks the same now. Like even if you just think about like if we go back to like all the different iterations of iPods, like that's a lot different than like how our technology is today, and it's not like whimsical.
Sure. Feels like there's easier ways to.
Well, there's for sure easier ways.
I
But these
respect the,
people's
like,
niche
craft.
interest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, yeah.
the craft
Yeah.
behind it.
It's like woodworking.
yeah,
Yeah,
for computers.
you can buy a chair.
Yeah,
But,
or you can build a chair.
Yeah, okay.
I get it. I get kind of it, I should say. But you've been eating that up. Are you gonna make a cyberdeck?
I don't know if I have that ability or patience, but I've been really enjoying all these people and what they're doing with their.
I think we need to keep an eye on
Cyberdecks.
her because pretty soon she's going to be one of those preppers.
There's always a little prepper there.
Yeah, I do see like in your notes like survival information.
I mean, I did also say that aloud, but yes, survival information. That's actually, I think, the girls' videos we're looking at. That's something that she specifically had
So
said.
now I'm understanding you don't want to use my backyard to garden. You want to build a bunker.
No.
And you're gonna put your cyberdeck in there.
Bunker somewhere else.
Interesting. I literally haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, my sister's boyfriend on a drive to my parents' house
Said the word Raspberry
said,
Pi.
actually, I think my sister goes, "What's a Raspberry Pi again?" And he goes, "Oh, it's like a mini computer." I had never seen anything about a Cyberdeck
now
before then. That Monday, all over my TikTok.
Yeah, I do feel like your phone has extra special settings. Like
Yeah, your phone's listening.
it's
Or they've already implanted a chip in me somehow.
yeah. Like I said, we got to keep an eye on her.
No, Alexis, what did you eat or eat up?
I have some literal eights this week. They're on the New York theme once again. So one is I will shout out a specific place that I went in New York called Tokyo Record Bar. It's probably the best meal that I've ate.
Ever?
It's probably the best meal that I've ate in the last 6 months.
Okay.
At the very least.
My chicken just top that?
It's had like 7 courses. So Tokyo Record Bar has this. They have a bar, but then below that they have a reservation only omakase restaurant that is only like a 20-seater, so it's small, and they do a course preset courses, and you can like see the chefs as they're making the food. It's really really cool. And their other shtick is that they have a really good record system, and they have a DJ in there during the dinner. And at the start of the dinner, everyone writes down on a little card a song from their catalog of what they have available on vinyl, and then the DJ put the songs into an order that he thought would fit the meal and fit the flow of the meal.
That's really fun. It's like such a collaborative, creative.
Well, it was so fun because as we were eating, I was like, I wonder like when my song is gonna come up. Like I wonder like what course he's gonna pick for this, you know? And my partner had picked a Sade song because that's like his girl. And it was funny because we were like talking, we were like on like course 4, it still hadn't played, and I was like, I bet you it's gonna come on during dessert. Like I feel like that's a dessert song. And it was just like made for really interesting conversation. He also felt like strangely connected to the other diners because if you weren't hearing what you picked, you were hearing what they picked.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And also if they pick something shitty, you just kind of look around and ruminate on who picked that, right?
Yeah. Though I will say there wasn't anything that I was like, that's out of left field. Why would they pick that? If you're given one song and you only get that one, you're gonna pick probably something pretty good. So we had everything from like some Rihanna to multiple Fleetwood Mac songs to Nina Simone. And it all ended up working. It was such a pleasant experience. If you're ever in New York, I would highly recommend and just would say more dining experiences with music. Yeah. I love a dining experience where there's something to do.
Yeah, I also like some restaurants, cafes, I feel like really take pride in what they're playing, and others can give a fuck else. Like, they don't. It's just whatever they want that day, which is also fine.
It's
but
a Spotify
like,
mix.
Yeah, but like some places, like they need a vibe.
For sure. And then my other literal eats, just to throw in really quick, is I did try to go to a couple viral spots in New York, some of the hot spots. And, always when it's a viral spot, it's like some of them are worth it more than others. One place that I went that was really, really freaking good was Justin's Salt Bread. Went there twice. They just make coffee and this one pastry, and it's like a croissant, but not. It's just a very buttery roll of dough, buttery and salty, delicious. They serve it with like sweet cream that you dip it in. So good. I went twice.
Nice.
I went to La Industrie, which is like becoming one of the quintessential New York pizza places. Trendy but like worth it. I went to Sunday Morning, which is like a viral cinnamon roll shop, and I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't that impressed. So
I feel like that happens with those things sometimes.
yeah,
It can definitely be hit or miss.
but eating up all the viral spots, eating a lot, just literally. Lots of literal eats.
That's fun. I always love, like, I feel like one of the best parts of traveling is just trying all the different places and like going to a different country, trying different cuisines. But then sometimes it is fun just to be like, this is a viral place I saw. I want to try it. Even if it's not good, it's still kind of fun to enjoy.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah. This week I ate up, and not because it was like my best effort, but just because this is like one of my kryptonite meals. Spicy vodka pasta.
I also ate that up.
It wasn't necessarily anything spectacular. I feel like spicy vodka pasta is never bad.
Yeah. And pretty easy.
Yeah. I will say my younger sister makes whatever she does to it, and she always says, I just followed the recipe.
She spits in it.
It's the one she made, and I don't know if it's because it was like the first or second time we had it, but it was so good, and I feel like I could never hit that mark. But anyway, I ate it up because it's a meal that I'm literally like standing in the kitchen eating spoonfuls out of the pan. Like it's like every time I'm like, I just want a little bit more. And then of course I sit down and I'm like, I ate way too much. But it's just it's good.
She's old reliable, and it's hard to go wrong with like tomato and cream.
Yeah. And a noodle.
And a noodle, a carb.
Yeah,
tomato cream potato doesn't sound as appetizing, but potato cream pasta any day.
A spicy vodka gnocchi?
Okay. Yeah. I forget gnocchi's potato.
It could be ricotta too. It doesn't have to be potato, but it's often potato.
Is that as what's the word I'm looking for? Not classic or original, as
I think it just depends on the region.
Yeah. Ricotta could have been first too, because they had ricotta before they had potatoes.
Oh wait, I remembered my other 8. And this isn't I ate it up. It was I tried it. I did a at-home viral dirty soda situation,
Oh.
but I tweaked it a lot because I didn't want
What
I
stuff?
didn't want it all.
You're supposed to use like Diet Coke, lime Alani Nu, and a coconut creamer, but not a coconut
Okay.
creamer, a coconut flavored creamer. That one,
Oh, like not coconut milk, but
yeah,
coconut
that one
flavor.
I didn't realize my mistake until after because I just assumed it meant coconut creamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't like Diet Coke, so I got the Coke flavored Olipop.
Lollipop. I knew that was coming.
I've tried Alani Nu one time years ago and didn't enjoy it, but I was like, I've ruined my taste buds with artificial sugars
Yeah.
now. Let me try it again. So that was fine.
Is Alani Nu different than Alani? I've only had Alani like one time. Is that just like a specific flavor, or is that like a low calorie, or is that just what they're called?
Alani is like a brand. They have multiple
No, I
flavors.
know that, but the
But
new part.
it's called Alani Nu. Like Alani NU.
But is that the flavor?
No.
No.
Oh, that's just the name
That's
of
the
the thing.
full
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were just called Alani.
I'm sure people shorten it to
Okay,
Alani, but
okay.
I'm pretty, unless they changed the name. Originally, it was Alani Nu.
It very well could be. I just wasn't sure if that was like the like sugar-free version or like a specific version of Alani. But okay, that makes sense.
And then I got a coconut creamer, but I got the sweet cream coconut creamer. So I tried it, and it was good, but it wasn't like I'm gonna go out of my way to buy all 3 of these ingredients again and make it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's on me for changing so many parts of it.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you have the core. Like if you don't like it your way, you're probably not gonna like it the other
For
way.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. There's no way I would like it with a Diet Coke.
Yeah. Do dirty sodas have to be coffee creamer in them?
No. Sometimes people use like the coconut cream that you find in the cocktail section.
Okay, I guess let me modify my question. Does it need to be like a milk-esque product? A cream-esque product?
Not always, because some of the dirty soda's virality popped off because of the Mormon wives. All roads lead back. I'm just kidding.
Well, not even just Mormon wives, but like they have little
Mormons.
huts.
The Utah
Mormons.
culture.
Just Mormons, yeah.
Mormons.
Utah culture.
Yeah.
Can't drink soda or
Yeah,
can't drink
what's-
caffeine. Can't drink sugar.
What's the place called?
Sips.
Sips.
Sips. Yeah, they have because they don't drink coffee, so they'll just have their 40-ounce sodas. It doesn't have to have the dairy or coconut product in
Okay.
it. Sometimes people's Sips drink or Mormon wife drink dirty soda is just like
Soda with other stuff.
with flavorings.
Okay.
You know, with like a shit ton of flavorings. It's
Okay.
the idea of like jazzing up your soda.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason the dirty part was
That's
like
kinda
the
what I
milk
thought,
thing.
too.
Yeah. Like a dirty chai. The dirty is the
coffee.
espresso.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought too. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's the most
Still
popular
haven't
iteration.
ever had
Yeah.
one, but
Well, my at-home version wasn't bad. You know, if it was offered to me, I would drink it.
yeah.
I will say, an Alani Nu has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it,
That's crazy.
and I did drink that whole thing.
Wow. That's a lot for you.
I had a rough time.
Oh my gosh.
I was waiting for my sisters to respond about the ratio, and I was like, they're busy. So then I just did it, and then one of my sisters got back to me, and she was like, I usually just do like half of each can, and I was like, well, too late.
Well,
What time of day was this?
It was like 3 in the
Oh
afternoon.
my god, this is horrible for you. Like, wow.
poor Larson.
Wowza.
You know, it didn't taste bad.
Good.
And if I could handle that amount of caffeine, I think I would try Alani Nu again.
Mhm.
The aftertaste is not my favorite, but it's an 8, but not like a 8 it up.
Just it went into my body.
Yeah.
My did is pretty not exciting, and it's just convincing my ADHD brain to not make convincing my ADHD brain to do a task when it's a small task, not when it's a giant task.
Yeah.
And not every task is a giant task. You know, actually, like if you just do your dishes every day,
Mm-hmm.
there's not very many dishes and it doesn't take that long. Or
Mhm.
like your laundry or sweeping your floors or anything that's a
Mhm.
basic
Well, but
part of
I don't
cleaning and being alive.
do those every day.
Yeah.
Me neither. But you know, it turns out if you just do it like more often, it's easier.
I had this epiphany this week as well because my boyfriend deep cleaned the kitchen,
Mhm.
and I've been all week being like, I don't want to clean it.
Mhm.
I don't want to mess it up, so I've been keeping it clean. And every night I'm like, this actually is so much nicer.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually do have a reminder that's been on my phone for much longer than I've really had this epiphany, which is it feels nice to have a good clean house at 6 a.m. every morning.
Oh my god. We're our fucking parents.
Well, then that's the thing, is that I grew up in a house with two ADHD parents, so we never did anything when it was a molehill. It was always like,
Yeah.
we're gonna spend this entire weekend cleaning the house, cleaning the backyard, cleaning the garage, whatever that thing is, and we're just not gonna do laundry for the next 6 months, but we'll do it all
Yeah.
in 6 months. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine did that I wanted to like highlight was the last of my New York updates, which is that while I was in New York, I went to the cloisters for the first time. The cloisters are a offshoot or like a branch of the Metropolitan Museum or the Met, so it's the Met Cloisters, but it's not attached to the regular Met on Fifth Avenue, that like huge building. It's kind of far out there. You have to take a train up north, a little bit out of Manhattan. Well, not a little bit out of Manhattan, out of Manhattan. And what's cool about the cloisters is that the building is like a castle.
Mm.
It's like a castle. A lot of the walls are actually made or adorned by stonework that is authentic period stonework to medieval Europe.
Wow.
So they've like taken a bunch of stonework and they've kind of built this castle around it in order to like show off like
Those certain pieces.
12th century like
Wow.
monastic stonework, because the cloisters is all medieval art, which therefore makes it a lot of it's Jesus art. It's very religious. But beautiful. And the highlight of the cloisters is that they have a room full of unicorn tapestries. They're
Wow.
gigantic, and it's not just one tapestry, it is a set of like 7 tapestries
Wow.
that go together to tell the story of the hunt of the unicorn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like the unicorn chilling in a meadow is one. Then it's like the unicorn is baited by the beautiful young maiden. Then it's like the hunters and the hounds leave to find the unicorn.
It's the
Yeah.
unicorn stations of the cross.
Yeah. One is the unicorn purifies a river with its
Wow.
horn. Like it's
I didn't
actually
know that was part of the unicorn lore.
Yeah, no, apparently like the cloisters tapestries have done a lot to further the lore. I learned that basically our modern conception of unicorns is tied in part to these specific tapestries, because unicorns weren't very like popular in American pop culture until like the last century, right? That we get like our modern like My Little Pony, like everyone loves unicorns. You get unicorns for little girls. Part of that came out because the Met was producing, this is like a prized piece at the Met, the unicorn tapestries. They were producing so much merch centered around the unicorn that then people started knocking off the merch, selling their own unicorn stuffies, and then eventually like
Wow.
it wasn't like the only reason that like people love unicorns. Obviously that lore's always existed, but it was a part of how it got popularized in America. So those are beautiful, and I love unicorns.
I had no idea that that was such a central part of unicorn history.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did something very, very fun for me. And most people are probably going to think, wow, that sounds awful. I planned out the next couple months of reading on my multiple spreadsheets, multiple reading tracking apps. And I know it's inevitably going to change because I'll be in the mood to read something else, or things I won't finish all the books that I'm supposed to read this month and whatever. But because we've kind of picked a few books that we want to hit throughout the year, I was like, maybe I should plan a little bit better instead of just having this looming list, because I have pretty ambitious goals this year. My goal every year is to read 52 books, and I do typically surpass that by quite a bit.
I was saying quite a lot.
But this year, for some reason, I decided, oh, these are all the challenges I want to do. These are all the books I want to read. And it's like 112 if they're all individual books. So I've had to do some logistical planning here.
Yeah.
112 not feasible.
You're being Mary Shelley with those numbers.
Yes.
And I'm behind. I'm ahead, but I'm behind.
What does that mean?
I've read 18 books this year, which is ahead of the 52.
Oh, but not like in your
But I'm behind.
plan challenges and that kind of stuff?
I'm behind in my typical reading because
Oh, okay.
typically January, February, March are big months for me,
Yeah.
and I typically have a dip in the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to plan to be like, okay, I know that you barely get your minimum in the summer. Let's
Pick it up.
yeah, picking some reads that I know I want to read,
Mhm.
having some incentive to do that, like because of the podcast or because of whatever.
Mhm.
So I spent a lot of time just looking at all my options and deciding what I wanted to do, and then going through my different spreadsheets and apps and saying, okay, this is my plan. And to
Nice.
me, that's a wonderful afternoon.
I mean, that's not my specific spreadsheet scratch, but yes, I can understand that.
It sounds nice.
Mhm.
It sounds
Yeah.
nice.
It's like soothing.
Yeah.
It is. And then later in the year, I'll be like, oh, well, I finished this challenge. Maybe I'll do another one because, like, I needed a goal. I needed something. And then, a week later, I'll be like, no, that's ridiculous. You still have other unfinished reading.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to do more?
Yeah. You're already chopped up on all the things you need to read.
Yeah. But I am trying to be better about reading books that I want to read because some of the challenges that I do are to push me as a reader, which I enjoy. But there are times when I'm like, I don't have to do that. I don't have to read that if I don't want to.
Mhm.
I have many books on my list that I actively want to read. It's okay to just read those.
Yeah, and like you'll probably enjoy the ones that you actually want to read more. Like,
yeah. But I also have the mindset that like books never expire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless the author turns out to be a horrible person and then you can't read them, whatever.
Mm.
But like books never expire. So if something does get moved up on my list or like somebody recommends something, I'm like, actually, yeah, I do want to read that. Things get pushed back, but it's not a big deal because they'll be there.
Yeah.
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 As long as I hit my goal.
I did see something. I think I might have sent this TikTok to you guys, but somebody was recently reading the Pretty Little Liars books e-version, and they had changed things updated like to more pop cultural references, which is scary. Like that is if they're doing it for pop culture references, what are we going to be doing that for in this day and age? But a great note to leave on.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that you are able to create your own cyberdeck.
Share it with us.
Yeah.
Send us a picture.
New goal for the year.
Yeah. We'll have a read the room cyber deck in the pod lab when that gets all straightened
In
out.
our bunker. We'll have so much time to read
And
those books in our bunker.
Yeah, it'll only have access to my spreadsheets.
Not even the books or the review. But actually, your reviews are in your spreadsheets. Yeah. We'll just be Larson uploading updated spreadsheets after each month. And Shrek.
Oh man.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening.
We hope you'll keep reading the room with us.
So keep checking back for more episodes every Monday and Thursday that dive into the spaces where literature, media, and culture meet.
Please reach out to us at readtheroom@cultureclub@gmail.com for feedback and topic suggestions.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at readtheroom_cultureclub for the most up-to-date podcast information.
If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen.
And remember to take up space in whatever room you're in. Thanks!
Thanks!
Yeah, that room's amazing.
With your cyber deck.